You'll find it on the windswept Hook Peninsula in County Wexford, Ireland. An old, crumbling mansion with broken windows, a rotting roof, and an eerie silence that makes the crows nervous. Loftus Hall. Once a grand estate, now it's known by another name. The most haunted house in Ireland. And it all started with a storm, the stranger who came to play. Back in the late 1700s, Loftus Hall belonged to the Tottenham family. They were wealthy, influential, and always on edge. Why? Because Loftus Hall had already gained a dark reputation. But that didn't stop them from living there. Then one night, during a violent thunderstorm, a ship appeared off the coast, barely afloat. Hours later, a stranger arrived at the door, soaked to the bone, elegant clothes, sharp eyes, and no one knew who he was. The Tottenhams, being proper hosts, invited him in. He stayed for days, charming, quiet, and one person especially drawn to him, Anne Tottenham. The card game one evening. They were all sitting in the drawing room, playing cards by candlelight. Anne was seated across from the mysterious man. Everything seemed normal until Anne dropped a card. It fluttered to the floor under the table. She leaned down to grab it, and that's when she saw them hooves. Not shoes, not boots, cloven hooves. She didn't scream. She gasped, froze. And the stranger, he stood up, locked eyes with her, and at a flash of fire, he vanished. Gone. Burning scorch marks were left in the floorboards. They're still there today. Anne's descent after that night. Anne was never the same. She stopped speaking, stopped eating, would stare at the door for hours, as if waiting for something or someone to return. Her family tried everything. Doctors, priests. Nothing worked. Eventually, they locked her away in a tapestry room. She died there, alone, broken. But her story didn't end. The hauntings begin. After Anne's death, strange things started happening in the hall. Visitors heard footsteps echoing down the corridors when no one else was around. Doors slammed shut by themselves. Sobbing could be heard in the tapestry room. And sometimes a figure would be seen pacing back and forth at the window, a pale woman in white, clutching her chest. Some say it's Anne. Others say it's something else. Screams in the night. Years later, when the house was converted into a convent, the nuns didn't last long. They reported waking to find chairs moved, cold hands brushing their faces, and worst of all, screams coming from the walls. High-pitched, heartbreaking, like someone trapped inside. Eventually, the convent shut down. No one wanted to stay. The knock that never stops. Local legends say it never truly left Loftus Hall. Sometimes she's seen at the front door, sometimes in the mirror behind the stairs, but always knocking. 1, 2, 3. Soft knocks like she's trying to be let out, or let him back in. Some visitors say they've heard it. Some say the knocks followed them home. Modern encounters. In the 2000s, Loftus Hall was reopened for tours. Brave tourists came from around the world. Some made it through. Others, they ran out screaming. One woman fainted after hearing someone whisper in her ear. He's still here, but no one else was around her. Photos captured during the tours often show a figure at the top of the stairs, a woman in an old dress, even when the house was empty. Final thought. Loftus Hall isn't just haunted. It's marked by sorrow, by madness, and maybe by the devil himself. The scorched floor still sits under the carpet. The tapestry room is still sealed. And if you ever visit and drop something on the floor, maybe don't look under the table, because some games should never be played.